Greetings, this is Charles Darwin, and I'm here to talk to you about Noah's Ark. How did Noah get all of the animals onto the Ark? Now, it's not my intention to ridicule religion or the Bible, but it's not the Bible's fault when people choose to take what is obviously a story and interpret it as history. Now, perhaps that made sense back when we only knew about maybe 100 species of animals, but today we know of many thousands of species of large animals. And that doesn't include the dinosaurs, which the creationists claim would also have to have been on the Ark. Now, you've heard of Tyrannosaurus rex, but that was a relatively small one, maybe 5 tons. I'm talking about the really big ones, such as Apatosaurus, otherwise known as Brontosaurus, Supersaurus, Ultrasaurus, Argentinosaurus. They averaged out about 100 tons each. Now, how would they have all fit into the Ark? Well, it turns out there might have been plenty of room on the Ark. It says in Genesis 6, God talking to Noah, this is how you are to make it. The length of the ark, 300 cubits, its breadth 50 cubits, its height 30 cubits. Actually, if you do the math, that turns out to be a fair amount of space. And so if you divide the space up among the species, it might have been possible to cram all of the animals onto the ark. But you see, there are problems. First of all, how would you get the animals to the ark? Well, the Bible says God brought them. Okay, we'll grant that. But then, what would Noah do once the animals got there? How would he be able to feed them all? And how would he and his sons have taken care of, how shall I put this delicately, colonic expulsions? But creationists just made up a miracle. They said God made all the animals hibernate, and then there'd be no problem with food or wastes. The creationists have no problem making up hundreds of miracles that aren't in the Bible and then claiming biblical authority for them. And so there could be some other miracles that they make up also. For instance, to get the Brontosaurus ant, all God would have to do is package it into a nice little cylinder, levitate it up from the floor, and slip it into the space. Sort of like he was playing a giant game of Tetris. Well, that might solve the problem, but it would take thousands of miracles. I would like to suggest a more elegant solution. One possibility is that God could remove the space from inside of the atoms. That would mean that all of the animals could fit into possibly this much space. Of course, it would be as dense as a black hole. Well, let's consider another possible solution. This is one that many of you on the internet have already thought of, and that is the Doctor Who solution. That is, the Ark could be a TARDIS. Now that stands for, help me with this, Emma.
Time and relative dimensions in space.
Time and relative dimensions in space, thank you. So what it looked like on the outside was a red calling box, or what Americans would call a phone booth. But once you get inside, there was infinite space. Now, God could just declare whatever space inside the ark to be infinite, then all the animals could fit. Well, I'm just trying to be helpful here because anyone who would believe something as ridiculous as to take the Noah's Ark story literally needs all the help they can get. This is Charles Darwin. Tally ho, and up.